Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are we doing today? All right. As you're coming in, let me know where you're connecting from. And I need you guys to give me a kind of a feedback. How is the audio on your side? Good morning. How is the audio on your side? Are you guys able to hear me properly? Are you able to hear me well? From Abuja, God bless you. Thank you very much. Tosin, Tosin, what's up? How you doing? All right. Okay, audio is good on your side. Okay, that's fine. From Lagos, Nigeria. Lagos in the house. Lagos in the house. We give God the praise right there. All right. I I need a feedback on. Okay, thank you very much, Sunny Bukola. Thank you very much. Florida in the house. We got Florida, California in the house. All right, United Kingdom in the house. It's beautiful. Uh, Canada already in the house. Canada in the Boston is in the house. We give God the praise for that. Okay. Who else is in the house? Lagos, Nigeria, UK in the house. All right. Joining from Texas. That's good. Canada again in the house. North Carolina, Maryland in the house. Norway in the house. Indianapolis already here. All right, we have another UK joining. Lagos joining. That's good. That's good. That's good. We thank God. Wow, it's just too fast. Moving. Toronto in the house. All right. Boston in the house. Lagos, Nigeria. Maryland, Newcastle in the house. Austria in the house. All right. Let's go ahead and Dallas, Texas in the house. Detroit in the house. London. UAE in the house. This is good. All right, let's go straight to the point for today. Let's go straight to the meeting for today. Meeting for today. We have 61 on Facebook and YouTube, 68 on Instagram. So, welcome everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. Um, I'm not going to take a lot of your time today. Uh, we are going to share what we've been sharing before. I want to quickly just give you guys this update real quick. We have been able to put to rest the question, as in, if marriage is not for all, how about sex? Is sex for everybody? All right. We have been able to put that to rest by saying, it's your choice. Your choice. Always make sure you do what is right. Always make sure you do what will please God. Always make sure that you check in your heart if you are not getting condemnation as per what you're about to do or what you're doing. It's your choice. Read the Bible yourself, interpret it to yourself, let the Holy Spirit lead you, and do the right thing. Always make sure that you do the right things. Okay? So that's that. So the question as per Pastor Sola, I'm divorced and I'm having the urge of sex. What should I do? Okay, now you know what to do. What you need to do is to go and ask God, okay, as per what you need to do. And if you uh, get condemned in your heart, please just stay away from it. If Holy Spirit is telling you to do it, then it's between you and God. It's got nothing to do with anybody, nothing to do with me. We always come online. We go on the pulpit in church to preach about this stuff, this stuff. But people will eventually do whatever they want to do anyway. So we are not supposed to. Uh, I don't know. You guys are adults anyway, so you do whatever pleases you. But make sure you think about God. Satisfy Him before satisfying yourself. All right. So this morning we are looking at, should intimacy cause marital wahala, marital issue? Should intimacy, and that's what we're talking about, sex right now. Should it be a cause of wahala in a relationship? I'm going to quickly just answer the question quick right now. Yes, it's possible for it to be uh, a major cause of marital situation. All right. When we're talking about divorce, we talk about it all day long. And sometimes it's possible for you not to know the cause of uh, this thing that we call divorce. And some people will say, oh, some things are not, you know, big enough to cause divorce. Some things are not that important to make you to file for divorce. I want to tell you that you're wrong. There is nothing too small. There is nothing too big uh, to be a cause of divorce. Nothing. All right. It all depends on the individual. It depends on the people. Èyí wù mí ò wù ẹ́ ló mú ọmọ ìyá méjì jẹun lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀. Um, Sex to some people is food. I'm not talking about just any kind of food. I'm talking about the real meal. Without sex, some people may not be able to function. And sex is very, very good. Uh, it's gonna do some certain things in your body and help you to be able to get uh, the right state of mind. And sex will heal your body. Sex is a cure for insomnia and so many other things. All right. You're going to look fresher. You're going to look younger when you engage it. When you engage it. Okay. You look fresh, you look younger, and you have enough energy to carry you through the rest of the day if you engage it. Love is a beautiful thing, and love making is a proof, of you being in love with somebody. When you love them, you're going to love their body too. And you want to always have them, you want to hold them, you want to kiss them, and you want to make sweet love to them. Okay? So we must not in any way say, oh, sex is not, lack of sex is not good enough for anybody to get divorced. Please talk about yourself, talk for yourself, don't talk for other people. All right. So let's jump on it. Let's jump on the show for today. And I will open my telephone line later in case we have anybody who would love to call in to discuss this. All right. In a relationship, as you're going into it, I think I've mentioned it many times. As you go into a relationship, you must understand that your marital duties must be fulfilled. And if you don't know them, if you don't have any idea of what you're meant to do or what you're supposed to do when you get married, you need to go for premarital counseling before you go into marriage, so that the counselor will actually give you a list of what you're supposed to do. And most of the time, I always put the sex part of it in red. I put it in red. It's very important. Very, very important. Communication is very good because when you know how to communicate, you will know how to communicate sex also. All right. So it's very, very important for young ladies out there, for young men out there to be comfortable in communicating sex before and after marriage. Very, very important. It's just a pity that growing up, our parents they um, refused to teach us about sex. We're not allowed to talk about sex openly. If you do, you're going to get in trouble. And now we're grown, and we're now being faced with uh, uh, the 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 challenge of not knowing what sex is all about, and that's what we're facing right now. Some of our women they lack that understanding that when they enter into the bedroom to have sex, they believe that they are only supposed to just lie down there, open their legs, and just allow the guy to do whatever. And the moment it's done, then it's done. The moment it's done, then it's done. Please, no, it's not supposed to be that way. And that's why some of those men are stepping out of the relationship to go and cheat outside because they uh, are looking for sexual satisfaction. Sexual satisfaction. That's what they're looking for. And they go outside. I'm not talking about all of them. I'm saying some of them. That's why they go outside. And some pastors too, they go outside just to be sexually satisfied because mommy pastor is always praying. Mommy pastor is always in the spirit. And when mommy pastor is on the bed, she's just only lying down there. And the pastor is tired of doing all of the work by himself. So he's looking for someone that is able to do give and take. To do give and take. All right. So going into marriage, you must learn about it. You must understand it. You must be very, very comfortable talking about sex. Sex is a beautiful thing. It's a major thing when you come into marriage. So you must learn it. Shying away from it is going to bite you later down the road. You will end up in marriage and you will cry because eventually your husband will be stepping out or your wife will step out to look for someone else to give them that satisfaction. And the knowledge, the ability to learn about it, the ability to understand marriage is actually a very good thing for everybody to look for, seek for it. Learn the act of sex, understand it, and it's going to help you. You will be able to sustain your marriage if you do. Now, there are different things that I want you guys to know this morning. The first thing is that you need to get your body ready for it. You get your body ready, get your system ready for it. It's possible for you not to be feeling it because it's a new thing. You're going into marriage, you're a virgin, you've never done it before. You must get your body ready for it. Get your system ready for it. Get your mind ready for it. You have to get your mind ready for sex. It's not about prayer, please. Like I said this morning, marriage is practical. It's not praying. It's not about praying. You must to do it and then you pray with it. You do it to pray with it. It's not about going to night vigil. No, it's not about carrying your Bible and going to what God cannot do. What God cannot do does not exist. Angels are not going to come to make love to your husband. Angels will not kill his libido. All right. Angel will not kill his libido. God will not destroy his libido. God gave it to him. He gave that libido to him, and God wants him to enjoy sex. That's why God gave that stuff to him. He's sexually active. He's asking for it every day because God created him that way. So if you are not mentally ready, if you are not mentally ready for it, you will fail. Okay, you will fail. So it's not about church. It's not about going to church to pray. Please, I need us to understand this part of it, and it's very, very important. Nigerians, Africans generally, we only want to pray. We just want to carry our Bible and be praying, praying all over the place. It's not just praying in your own home. You will go to everywhere. Anywhere there is a prayer meeting, you go there. All because you want your marriage to work. I want my marriage to work. I want my marriage to work. I understand that fact that you want your marriage to work, but your marriage will not work if you refuse to work on it. Your marriage will not work if you refuse to work on it. If you refuse to work on it, then it's not going to work for you. So you must to work on your marriage for your marriage to work for you. You must learn to respect. You must learn to communicate. And you must learn the act of sex. Very important. It's very important. Okay, so he's not praying. You're going to pray when you know things. The Bible says, "My people perish, not for lack of prayer." My people perish. It's not for lack of money. My people perish. It's not lack of whatever. It's lack of knowledge. Knowledge about how to have sex. Knowledge of how to communicate. Knowledge of how to respect. Knowledge of how to, reference. Knowledge of how to understand. Knowledge of how to forgive. Knowledge of all those things. You must have that knowledge. If you don't have the knowledge, forget about it. You're doomed. It doesn't matter how long you pray. I have seen a lot of people come to me for counseling, and then they will tell me, "Oh, I've been praying," and I say, "Okay, you've been praying, so go and continue praying. Let's see what happened." All right, I've been praying. And I always tell them it's not about praying. It's not about prayer. Please knock it out. It's about you learning the act. It's about knowing what you're doing. You can't just be doing just anything and be praying. You can't be doing just anything and be praying. You have to do whatever it takes. You must have knowledge. You must understand it. So the first thing is making sure that you get yourself ready. Get your body ready. Get your mind ready for marriage. It's a full-time job. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. All right. If anybody is telling you marriage is easy, the person is lying to you. I always see it. I see it all the time when, we go to church and then they say, oh, God will make your marriage to work. Your marriage will work. Don't worry. As a child of God, your marriage is going to work. As a child of God, your marriage will not work if you refuse to work it. It's not the job of the Holy Spirit. It's not the job of the angels. It's not the job of God to make your marriage to work. It's your duty, it's your responsibility to make your marriage to work. To make your marriage to work. So understand your own self. You see, by understanding yourself, you will know maybe I am broken or I am perfect. All right. For people who are not feeling the urge of sex, some people that feel like, okay, sex is not for me. I don't like it. I'm not even thinking about it. That's enough sign that something is wrong. I need to do something. Something's wrong. I need to do something. I need to see a therapist. I need to see a doctor. I need to check myself. I don't think I'm ready for marriage because sex is not for me. It's not for me. And you cannot say you are a married woman and you're saying sex is not for me. I don't think there's any man, unless the man is broken too. I don't think there's any man that will say, okay, I'm going to marry a woman who is not going to give me sex. I'm going to marry a woman who is not sexually active. I'm not going to marry a woman who doesn't know about sex. All right. And that's the reason why a lot of people don't want to marry virgins these days. Some people, they say, oh, I'm a virgin, but they refuse to learn about sex. But some people, they are virgins, but they know about it more than the people that have been engaging in. They are well prepared for it. They are well prepared for it. They know all about it. They know exactly what to do and how to do it. Okay? So you get yourself ready. You get your mind ready that this stuff I'm talking about is something I'm going to do for the rest of my life. This is something I have to do to be able to pleasure my husband, to give pleasure to my husband. This is something I must learn. And it's not just about me lying down. What else could I do? What else should I do? How do I learn these things? Where do I get these things from? Okay, I'm a little shy. I can't go to my mom and dad and ask them. It's not possible for me to ask my friends. All right, there are seminars. There are seminars that you could attend that will give you an idea about what sex is like, how to engage it, how to use it to pleasure your partner, and then you yourself to enjoy it. God did not create it just for having babies. It's to pleasure you, is to give pleasure to yourself and your partner. It's a major thing. If you don't understand, it's a major thing. All right. So you will see. I always like to do this comparison, that you will see the unbelievers who don't go to church at all. They are not being controlled by any religion. They live a kind of a free life. No controls done, nothing, no rules, no regulations, no nothing. All right. So they live their life. They enjoy their marriage. They enjoy everything they do. All right. And they stick together and they stay married for a long time. All because they're free to do whatever it is that they want to do. It's just only we Christians that will start asking questions. Should I do this? Am I allowed to do this? What is the Bible saying about this? Is God going to be angry? Is angels going to carry camera and watch us? Are we supposed to do this kind of doggy style? Are we supposed to do touch your toes? Is it written in the Bible? What's the pastor saying? And all kinds of stuff. So we come in with a lot of different things that will prevent us, that will make us to become stagnant, conscious about what we do, and not being free to freely enjoy sex, even in your own marriage. That you always want the pastor to control what you do. You always want the pastor to tell you, is it right to do it? Is it not right to do it? I don't believe in that. I believe you are a mature person, and then you're an adult. You should be able to know what is the best for you, how to enjoy your own marriage, what to do in your marriage to enjoy it. Okay, you should know it, and you should engage those things, do those things just to put peace into your marriage. Do those things just to make sure you have peace. If you refuse to do those things, it's going to become a disaster, and you will not believe it. It's a whole lot. We as Christians supposed to be mindful of these things. We allow what people say or what people will say. We allow what we pastors say to mess us up. And so many things are not written in the Bible. So many things are not written in the Bible. So many. All right, like some few days ago, I said something about God has given us the ability to create wealth, ability to be married, ability to stay married, ability to communicate, ability to have sex, ability to walk, ability to make money, ability to have children, ability to be parent, ability to do all things has been given unto us. We are the champions. We are the champions of our lives. We are the architect of our own lives. He has created us. He has given us and shown us what is good and what is evil. He asks us to choose the good. All you need is just to be always sitting down and make sure that whatever you're picking to do will please God. Okay, you are the architect of your life. Don't ever let anybody now use their own doctrine or their own spiritual or religious belief to now mess your own life up. Every home is different. Every family is different. Every marriage is different and it's unique. You are the one who got married to this guy, then you need to know the guy. That guy is not Pastor Shola. You cannot compare him with your pastor. You can't compare your wife with your pastor's wife. They are two different people. All right? You got married to this one, study her, understand her, study him, understand him. And then you deal with them based on the understanding of them that you have. All right? You deal with them. You can't change a person. You cannot change a person. God created them like that. They were created that way. Some of our pastors' wives will say, "Oh, I fasted 17 days every month. This and this and that." Your wife is not going to do that if she's not that kind of a person. All right? She's not going to do that. Oh, and then pastor will come out and say, "I cook for my wife every day. I sweep for my wife every day." Your husband may not want to do that. Your own home is going to be different. Even though it's good for us to say those things, just to teach other people to help in the home. Support your wife. Do whatever it is needed that should be done to make peace to happen. But they are not that person. That person is different. Totally different. And that's why I tell people, please don't watch pornographic movie. It's when you watch porn, okay, inside of the porn, you see them go. 22 minutes, they're still doing it. And in your mind, you're going to begin to ask yourself, why am I not able to go like this? By the time I get to the gate, I'll just come. I don't even know what's wrong with me. All right, these people are doing something that I'm not doing. Do they have a different kind of strength that I don't have? What exactly is happening? And all kinds of, then you get worried. And that anxiety would never allow you to perform again when you get in bed with your wife. All right? When you get in bed with your wife, you will not be able to perform. So you are comparing yourself with another person, and then you do not understand that the sex, the pornographic movie you're looking at, it's a movie. They cut, they rest, they continue. Some of them are on drugs. You don't want to be on drugs, you're going to die. And that's why you need to understand what is going on in the society. The society is so messed up that people showcase all kinds of things. All kinds of things. And then you now start picking all these things up. You see, somebody says something like our mind is like a garbage can, that people throw all manners of things at us. It is you that will not allow those things to sink in. Okay, there are things that you're supposed to push away from you that you don't want to look at. And that's why you need to prepare yourself. Prepare yourself based on the kind of relationship you're about to go into, based on the marriage you're about to enter into. What's the nature of my husband? My husband is always talking about, my husband to be, sorry, he's always talking about sex thing. Automatically, sex is a major thing in his life. How do I match this guy? How do I cope with this kind of person? Then you have to get yourself prepared and ready for the journey. So you need to go and see a sex therapist and let them understand this is what I'm against. I need to get myself ready for this. And please, I need that knowledge to get myself ready for it. Okay? I need to get ready for it. And then they will help you to be able to get your body ready for this whole stuff. There are supplements that you could take. There are different kind of exercises that you could do. There are different kind of stuff that you could do that will make you ready for the journey ahead. Okay? And number two is that when you go into marriage, after you have discovered yourself, you have gotten yourself prepared for this stuff, and you are fully ready. And you're fully ready for the relationship. All right? The next thing you got to have is focus. You have to be able to focus. Now, people mess up their own marriages by themselves. They mess up their homes by themselves. You see, all of the time you're always angry. And then you lose focus of that thing that makes your husband happy, that makes your wife happy. You lose focus of marriage, and then you start thinking about some other things, and then you start ignoring those things, and then you start preventing yourself from performing your responsibilities as a wife or as a husband. You are messing up your home. You got to be focused. All right? Situations will come. Problems will come all the time. Every time there will be one issue or the other. Always remember that those things are meant to happen because of individual differences. There will be misunderstandings, there will be yelling, there will be all kinds of stuff, but never you lose focus of what marriage is. It's togetherness. It's togetherness. We will cross each other. We will step on each other's toes. But that is not supposed to say this is the end of marriage. It's not the end of marriage. We got to make sure that we resolve every issue to get everything to the right point where it's supposed to be. Where it's supposed to be. You need to do that. All right? You don't deny a woman sex just because you're angry. You don't deny a man sex just because you're angry. All right? Whatever situation that occurs in the relationship, sit and talk about it. Sit down and talk about it. All right? Sit all the time. Every time, make sure you sit. But see, guys, especially women, I just want to say this real quick. You see, men, we don't like this too much of talking. And I need you guys to watch it. I need you guys to learn this stuff. We don't like too much of we don't like it. And that's why we run away from communicating with you. And that's why we don't want to answer questions. That's why we don't even want to raise any kind of topic with you. Because the next thing is hello. Hello. It's too much. I'm dying. Can I watch TV? Can I just breathe a little bit? This talking is too much. You see, some women will repeat the same thing over and over again and again, not even giving the time for the guy to digest this stuff. You mentioned it yesterday, just only 9 p.m. last night. Okay, the guy is still going to think about this stuff, let it mix with the system for him to find a way to solve this problem. You're not giving him time to do so. 6 o'clock in the morning, you woke this guy up. And then you started again, and stuff like that. At the end of the whole stuff, the guy will just tell you, you know what? Forget about it. Forget about it. I can't do this again. I can't. And some women, they get to that point because they are broken. Emotionally, they are broken. Something's wrong with them. Mentally, something's wrong with them. I'm not saying they are with you. I'm just telling you that something's wrong mentally somewhere. All right? And it's impossible for them to just keep their mouth shut. It is impossible for them to see anything positive. Positive is not in their dictionary. They always see negativity all the time. All the time. Negative. You have never done anything for me. You've never done anything in my life. And then if the guy should now open his mouth and start saying, how about your birthday of last year? How about your birthday of last year? How about the car I bought for you? How about this stuff I did for you? And then they say, that was then. That was then. You've never done anything for me. You've never done anything for me. And you will see that is a negative-minded person. who could not even give any credit to someone, in the family. The man who bought you a car, you're supposed to give him credit for that. The man that bought a house, you give him credit for that. The man who paid your school fees, even though it's 15 years ago, you give him credit for that stuff. Don't just capitalize on what he didn't do. All the time is what he didn't do. Oh, he didn't do this. Oh, he didn't do this. Oh, and this. And all kinds of stuff. And then other women always love it. They don't want to ask you what they want. They want you to always just find it out, like you are Holy Spirit or something. All right? Like the Holy Spirit or something. You see, if a guy is not doing something for you and you are expecting it, you want it to be romantic and stuff that, he's thinking about. If he's not doing it, it's not because he's a terrible person. It might not because he hates you. It might be because his mind is clouded. The guy is thinking about so many bunch of stuff in life. All right. The moment you get to the age of 45, I'm telling you, you're going to be so scared and afraid. Men get scared and afraid when they get to 45, going 48. They get scared. They start thinking about the future. How do I cope? How do I cope? So everything they're doing all around is all focused on the future, and they're thinking about it. But you want them to live now in the present, which is good. But sometimes you need to actually help them out not to fail. Don't wait for them to fail before and then you chew them up. Always help them not to fail. Say something. Say, sweetheart, you remember it's our anniversary next week. Oh, I've forgotten. Thank you for reminding me. And then the guy will start planning something. And I always want to say this, please. Anniversary is not for you, women. Oh, women, please. Oh, anniversary is not for you. You didn't marry me. Oh, we married each other. Oh. Anniversary is for both of us. So if I didn't remember, I don't think I should be chewed up. Oh, because that means I've forgotten my own wedding anniversary too. All right, I'm supposed to celebrate myself. I'm supposed to be celebrated. Well, what were you doing? Why did you forget too? If you didn't forget, why didn't you do something? Why didn't you bring breakfast to me in bed and make me feel guilty that I forgot it? Why didn't you buy me a gift and say, Tana, this is a car key for you. Happy anniversary to you. Then I'm going to now say, wow, I forgot it. But I won't tell you. I'll just quickly go out and go do something before the end of the day. All right? So the anniversary is for both of us. It's not just only you. So don't make it look like it's your own. It's my own. It's my own. Any anniversary. How about my own birthday? Did you remember my birthday? Did you give me anything on my birthday? No, you did not. And then your own birthday now came there. Good day, and then everybody started coming to the house. What happened? What happened? What happened? You didn't tell them what happened. You now start saying in 1942, when we newly got married. Do you know this man? He didn't greet my mother. That's not the case. The case is that I forgot your birthday. Just go straight to the point and let us quench this stuff and then keep moving. Hey, let's quench this thing and let's keep moving. All right. It is a teamwork. If I'm a forgetful person and I can't remember some stuff, that's why God placed you by my side. That's why God placed you by my side, to remind me, to help me not to fail. Remind me. Oh, I reminded you last year. That was how I reminded you 2 years ago. That was how I reminded you. Yes, that's your job. That's your job, to remind me. Okay, if I am losing it because I have too many things in my head, I want to let you guys know something. Men, we live in our head. We live inside us. One thing is that we look all around us. If everybody is making it better than us, we are not feeling good. You don't understand. Okay? It is the job of a woman to tell a man, Tokumbama, worry. It's all going to be all right. Just look at me. I'm your wife. I'm not complaining you don't have a Range Rover. I'm not complaining you don't have a mansion. I'm not complaining you don't have a six-figure salary job. I'm not complaining. Just me, look at me. That's the responsibility of a woman, that will make the man to feel calm a little bit, because we look all around us. We go out to parties, we see our mates. Our mate riding Range Rover, and you are bringing one Toyota Camry over there. And then that man will start feeling like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? I don't even know what's going on in the heart of my wife right now. Maybe that woman will leave me one day. And then the guy is worried. In that state of mind, that guy can never or could never remember anything. He will forget everything. And your job as a woman is to actually make him feel comfortable. Say, honey, don't worry about it. It's going to be all right. We're going to make it. With me and you as a team, we will make it. Don't worry about it. We'll make it. and stuff. And that guy will go to sleep with it. Will go to rest with her. Okay, that okay, I know all is going to be well. This is a woman in my life. She's not thinking of leaving. She's supportive. She's nice, and she's encouraging me. Then let me just keep on pushing, and then the man will continue to push like that. All right, don't set your husband up for failure. Don't be looking for, oh, I'm going to wait. Maybe he will not remember. It's 2 days to anniversary. He's not bringing any box home. He's doing 1 day to anniversary. I didn't see anything. Oh, today is anniversary. Hello, brother. Anything for us? Anything? That's all you forgot. You will always forget. You don't love me. And then when you always bring this old stuff of, you don't love me. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's a wicked statement right there. You don't love. What do you mean I don't love you? I love you. But the tendency for me to forget things is there. You know, me, even if I remember doesn't mean I love you. Anyway. Even remember doesn't mean I love you. You know, doesn't mean I love you. All right? But the issue is that we're supposed to be a team. If I forget, remind me. Stop bringing this card of, oh, this joker of, oh, he doesn't love me. Oh, he doesn't love me. I love you. Stay focused. I do. I'm not perfect. I can never be perfect. You know, I'm weak. I'm a man of flesh like you are. All right. For you women, you guys are able to multitask. You guys have power more than us. All right. Take it slow. You know, make it easy. You are more powerful than men. Okay? You are more knowledgeable than men. You have more strength in your mind than men. You guys will multitask and still be perfect. We can't. So when you go into a relationship like that, you'll see that there will always be conflicts. And conflicts that is not resolved well will actually lead to sex starvation. There will be withdrawal. All right? If you insult me during the day, don't you ever expect me for me to do anything at night. I'm not going to do it. If you disrespected me during the day, I'm not going to come close to you. All right? Even if you say I'm sorry, it will take me some time in my mind to be able to process it. You see, to process it is not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be like I'm going to just jump on you. It's just the same way with a woman. If you do anything to them, all right, it takes, and you say, I'm sorry, it's not going to be instantly they forgive you. They will say, but they're still thinking about it and they're processing it, and it will take some time for them to knock it out. So also a man. Just the difference is just that for a woman, it's possible for a woman not to be happy in relationship and still open her legs. Okay? Not happy, will open her leg, even if she's not wet. The man will go and put Vaseline and penetrate her and do whatever it is that he wants to do. It's possible for her not to touch him. Her hands may be on the side and not to touch him, just to showcase that I'm rioting. Oh. I'm still rioting. Oh. I'm still not good. Oh. I'm just opening my leg. You can do whatever you like. When you're done, roll over, and that's fine. Go and snore. I'm not fine. Okay? They might not touch you. Okay? Even when you kiss them, their mouth will still be like this. They will not open the mouth. They will not do anything. You will be the one struggling, trying to. You see, when a woman is angry, I want you guys to notice, all the body, all the part of the body will not be ticklish. No matter how you try it. Okay? Touch her nipple, she's just going to be like this. Suck her hair, is this. Do anything. When you are even inside of her and penetrating, she will just be like this. Everything will be totally dead. If they are not ready and they are not participating, they will not feel it. They will not feel that thing. You will get frustrated. You know, you as a man, you want her to give you ringtone. You do, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? She will just be like this. She will frustrate your entire life. That you will roll over and say, this woman is wicked. This woman is very wicked. And it's just that she's not feeling you. She's not part of the system. Or she's not there. So when there are conflicts in a relationship and you refuse to resolve them well, it's going to mess up the sex. And you'll find out the first day it happens like that, the second day happens like that, the third time you might not even want to do it again. And then you just want to be in your own lane, just roll over and just sleep off. And that's when a man will engage masturbation because he still want to stay in his marriage. Then you start masturbating every day in the shower. Okay? So, and that will kill, it's going to kill the marriage. It's going to totally destroy it. All right? It will destroy it. All right? And that will actually frustrate you. If it's a man, there is nothing you can do to a man. All right? If his penis is not standing, you cannot ride him. If the penis is not standing, you cannot ride him. I am telling you this. All right? It's different from a woman. You can't put Vaseline on a man. It's not going to come up. There is nothing you do to it. It's not going to come up. You know, I've seen him. I listened to a man that says to me, he said, even if my wife is naked, I don't get erection. If she's naked beside me, I don't get erection. And when we started digging into it, we found that the woman is very insultive, very abusive, very mean, and all kinds of stuff like that. That woman killed the manhood. That man, he killed the manhood. All right? And if this man should go outside, before a woman will talk to him, the penis will come standing. But when he gets home, the penis is dead. All right? The words of your mouth, your reaction, alterations can kill your marriage if you don't understand it. The very first thing it's going to kill is going to kill the self-esteem of the person you are actually insulting. And then it will kill the manhood. All right? It will kill the sex desire in that person. And at the end of the whole stuff, there's going to be a disconnect. And gradually, you guys will actually get separated. Then you become roommates. And no more sex, no more communication, nothing whatsoever. And at the end of that stuff, somebody wants to get away. He said, well, I can't continue to waste my time like this. I think I need to go. And then that person will pick his bag or a bag and walk away from the marriage. And every one of us will be shouting, but what happened? But what happened? When did it happen? And all kinds of stuff. And then they might not be able to tell you that it is sex. They might not be able to tell you that it's all of this stuff. And then Nigerians will start lying on the devil. The devil has visited their marriage. It is not the devil. It is not the devil. People call me fake pastor. You know, they say, oh, this man is a fake pastor. I just say, okay, you will understand. It's later down the road you will understand what I'm trying to do for you. Later down the road, you will get it. What I'm trying to do for you. If you don't understand all this stuff, don't have the knowledge about this stuff, forget about your Christianity. Your Christianity is not going to work. It's not going to work. Forget about it. All this prayer you're doing is not working because you don't have foundation. If you don't have the foundation, it's not going to work for you. It won't. You must to listen to this foundation, learn it, embrace it. Then you take it with yourself to church. When you get to church, you'll know what God can do for you and what God will not do for you. There are things that God was never going to do for you. Because if the unbelievers are doing it by themselves, don't expect God to do those things for you. Don't expect it. He won't. He won't do those things for you. Those things are your responsibilities. He has given you ability to do those things. And if you refuse to do those things, it will not work for you. It's just like a man who he doesn't like to say sorry, or you want your marriage to be perfect. It's not going to work. Go and pray from now till tomorrow until you humble yourself and you learn to say sorry and apologize for every little thing that you do. Then that's when your marriage will work. It's practical. It's what you do. You have to actually know how to say I'm sorry. You don't know how to have sex with a woman and you want the woman to be happy, it's not possible. Go and pray from now till tomorrow. It's never going to happen. Angels will not come there to give us sexual satisfaction. Angels won't do it. No, God is not going to do it. Holy Spirit is not going to do it. It's your job. You're supposed to know how to do this stuff. And then you need to stop just being selfish. Stop being selfish as a man. So you focus. You focus on your marriage. Number 3 is that you must become an expert in what you do. You must become an expert in what you do. Okay? In everything you do, do it like you're not going to do another one tomorrow. Like this is going to be your last one. Whatever you do in your life, in your marriage, do them just like this is actually going to be the last time I'm doing this. I'm not going to be able to do them again. All right? If you eat good. If you sleep, sleep well. And when you have sex, do it right. You cannot do it right until you know it. You have to be an expert. You have to be a PhD holder in what to do. Okay? Don't just be a PhD holder in communicating and shouting and yelling. Don't just be a PhD holder in getting angry. All right. Don't just be a PhD holder in cooking. All right. You must be a PhD holder in all. You must learn to cook well. You must learn to respect well. You must learn to communicate well, and then you must learn to have sex well. You must become an expert in what you do. Whatever you do, make sure you're an expert in it, and you must be willing to be open. What do I mean by that? I've come across a lot of people, based on my years of counseling, that the man will say, "Well, am I not performing?" And I'll quickly look at the face of the woman, and that's why sometimes I tell people when I do counseling, I tell them I'm doing 3 sessions. One session is going to be for the wife, one for the husband, separately, and then without do a joint one. Without do a joint one. Now, the joint session, it's possible for that joint session not to be able to bring out, the truth. You see, when you take the wife separately, the wife will tell you, Pastor Shola, I'm just telling you this for the sake of you knowing. I don't want you to bring it up during the joint meeting. But that's going to help me. It's going to help me as a counselor to be able to counsel them right. Okay? If I know these things, if I already know these things, I'll counsel them. So the women sometimes will open up and say, my husband is a 2 second noodle. I was like, okay, so how long has that been there? So, well, it's been there from the beginning. By the time he will get to the gate, he will come. And that is actually getting me angry. And that's why I'm not really happy in the relationship. But, there are other things. I was like, okay, but that one is the major one, right? So, yes, that's the major thing. He's a good guy. He's doing well and stuff, but that's the major part of it. Okay. So sometimes I would take the men too, and the men would tell me my wife is not good in bed. But I don't want you to tell her, please. I don't want you to tell her. I just want you to have it at the back of your mind. So the separate sessions were exposed a lot. People will tell you things so you can have it as a more like you have a background. Okay, you know where the problem is coming from. They are actually willing to open up to you as a counselor to tell you exactly where the problem is coming from. But it's not easy for them to tell it to their spouse or to tell it to pastor of a church or tell it to people on the street. People do come, they come to their home to come and settle quarrels. The husband and wife will just continue to they will give you different stories, and you will just be talking and talking and wasting your time. And you'll be talking and talking and wasting your time because you really don't have the information. The right information has not been given to you. Okay, so you just be talking, and then you leave, thinking like everything is right, and then you notice that they are still fighting tomorrow, and then next week they're still fighting. But we canceled you guys 2 weeks ago. We begged you guys to settle now, and what's the big deal? There's no big deal in this thing, and you guys are no. What they told you, what they shared with you, is just fake. All right. So during these separate sessions, that's when people open up and tell you exactly what is wrong. And then the women will say, please don't tell him. And the men will say, please don't let her know. So when we now come to the joint session, I will now start talking. And as I'm talking, I will start talking towards that direction. And I'm not going to say like as if to say the man is at fault or the man is not doing it. I will now start talking generally. And then I will start making suggestions that in case, like in some homes, such and such and such things do happen, and that kind of stuff. This is the solution to the old stuff and everything. Now I'm giving the man an idea in his head. Nobody has reported it to me, but I'm just talking generally that most of the time, people in relationship do go through this kind of stuff, and this is what they normally do to help them out. And you'll be very, very shocked. Like after the session, the man will just say, "Oh, Pastor, when else can I talk with you?" And then you say, "Oh, yeah, I'm free tomorrow." And then they say, "Oh, yeah, I'll call you tomorrow by 2." Okay. Then they call, and then they say, "Well, Pastor, please, I don't want you to tell my wife I'm calling you. I think I have issue with erection. I think I have issue with um, I think I have issue with erection, and maintaining erection and all that kind of stuff. And like when you were saying something during the counseling session that there is a therapist that could help, I just want to get the phone number. And that's how you help them. And that's how you help. And then eventually, it's not like the man is not willing to fix himself. It's just that he doesn't know how to. He doesn't even know who to go to. He doesn't know who to go to that at the end of the day will not talk about him and stuff like that. So they will just decide to just get angry. All right? Because lack of sex will actually create anger. People get angry when you are not getting enough sex. Women get angry. They become cranky. And when the women are not getting enough sex, they are not going to be angry just on their husbands alone. They will be angry at you. If you come and just say one thing, they will be very angry. They're going to be pissed off. Very, very pissed. And you'll be asking yourself, Kilo Shele, what happened? What did I do to you? And stuff. They will not be able to explain. They are not getting it. And even the men too, they get angry. Every little thing. I watched a video some days ago of a man who got angry over a simple cup. A cup that they placed on the table. And he was angry with his wife. And he was yelling until the father-in-law came. And the father-in-law asked the woman to go upstairs with the husband, go and have sex. And when they got back downstairs, the man was calm and was like, oh, daddy, I'm really sorry for what happened, this and this and that. And you will see that people become angry when they are not getting enough of these things. And you didn't prepare yourself. You are not focused. You refuse to learn about sex. And you see what is happening. You see what is happening. All right. And you will do something that you have been doing before. The man will just flip. And then you'll be wondering, thank you for the $9.99 baby favorite. God bless you. And you never know. And they'll be very angry. People get angry over everything. Sex, we men get angry over it. I taught you, you say, I'm tired. I leave you alone. I taught you again tomorrow, I'm tired. I taught you again the third time. I'm telling you, I'm going to get pissed off. I'll get pissed off. And you think, oh, a Christian is not supposed to be angry. What do you mean? What do you mean a Christian is not supposed to be angry? Is a Christian not human? A Christian is a human being. A Christian is a human being with blood and flesh and blood. So we get angry too. All right? And women, you know this. And you think that's the only power you have over men. Thank you for the badge. You think that's the only power you have over men. That the moment there is a situation, I close my legs. There is a situation, I close my legs. I want you to remember, there are so many open legs all around. There are some girls, they are Boko Haram. Boko Haram of sex, they are everywhere. You don't even have to ask them. They open their leg. The legs are always open. Open there. All they need is just shawarma and pepper soup. That's all. And one bottle of Fanta. That's all. And you get to hotel room and you do it all night long. And she will even still ask you, are you coming tomorrow? Are you coming tomorrow? So if you close your leg, instead of you resolving issues, you will be giving those kind of people the opportunity to get a taste of your husband. And then when they do, then the next thing they want to do is to have him 100%. They want to have him 100%. And then you and Olugbo will now start meow your food. And then you now start going to night vigil. And you'll be burning all prophet all around the place. And you will not believe and know that you are the cause of this stuff. If something is wrong in the marriage, call your husband, sit him down, talk about this stuff. If something is wrong in the marriage, call your wife, sit her down, talk about it. Resolve it. Don't let it sleep. Resolve it. Don't say let the sleeping dog lie. No. Don't sweep things under the carpet. Sweeping things under the carpet is actually a dangerous thing to do. Always make sure you talk about everything and resolve everything, apologize for everything, and then carry on in your relationship. Relationship is full of ups and downs. Marriage is full of ups and downs. They will always come, and when they come, it's not the end of marriage. It's not the end of marriage. It's just the beginning of it. All right, you're just learning to know each other. So when situations come like that, take your time to sit down, talk about those things, ask the right questions, answer. And I want to just use this moment to encourage men. I believe that going into marriage, you are already knowledgeable about it. That marriage is not boyfriend girlfriend thing. In marriage, you must answer questions, and if there is changing to be done, you must to change. You cannot continue to live that kind of dirty life you're living, and thinking my wife will understand, or I'm going to yell at her and she'll keep her mouth shut. All right, that's not the right way to do it. It's not. It's not the right way to do it. All right, or you have to allow your wife to have her voice. Okay, if she's asking questions, please make sure you answer. Sit down, answer. If you are wrong, don't cover it up and don't be angry. Say I'm sorry. Apologize and don't go back to it. You must to mean that apology. When you apologize, mean it. And tell yourself, I've been a fool. I'm not supposed to act this way. And then you change your life and keep on moving. That's how marriage will work. Marriage is never going to work if one person believes is superior to the other one. And then you are now using that power against that person. You see, one thing that I see that African men know, they know that Nigerian women, they don't like divorce. Tell Nigerian women about divorce, they will never come to your page again until it will happen to them. Nigerian women will never be the one to initiate divorce. They will say, it is for better for worse, yo. Don't you remember? Pastor said it's for better for worse. In richer, in poorer, in sickness, in health, in igbamu, in suffering and smiling. It's marriage, yo. I will die in this place. And stop. Where do you want me to go? Well, Mary, I am not going anywhere. And then they will continue. And they will continue to just frustrate the guy. You know, one funny thing about the whole stuff is you cannot force a man to love you. You can't force a woman to love you either. You can't force a man to stay with you, and you cannot force a woman to stay with you. The moment they're done with you, they will find a way out. Like I said yesterday, if you refuse to let them go, you are calling pastor, calling in-law, calling friends, calling everybody on them, and all kinds of stuff. They will stay there, and then they get frustrated and they're going to be more angry. And as they're doing it, they start planning exit. And the only way for them to go is to kill you. They'll find a way to terminate your life. They terminate you. And you won't be able to be the mother of your kid or be the father of your kid. Terminate it. Just terminate it. So many of you African women are there right now. And you're suffering. You want to go. But I'm not going. I'm staying. I'm going to stay. Instead. And you're planning to stay. He's planning to move away. He's planning to walk away. And then he will leave you. He will just come one day and just tell you, I'm divorcing you. Well, I think I have 1 minute and 47 seconds left. Let me wrap it up right like that, and then we'll continue later. I have too many points to give to you guys. I'll come back and give it to you. I need to do some certain things real quick. All right. So I always remember this stuff. You have to be prepared for it. Intimacy shouldn't be a cause of issue if we are mature enough to talk about it. Talk. Prepare for it. Prepare for it. Stop closing your leg during issues. All right. Instead of closing your leg, discuss issues. Sit your husband down. Talk about it. Sit your wife down. Talk about it. Don't use that opportunity to close your leg. When you close your leg, ìjà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni o. Ìjà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni o. If you close your leg, ìjà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀. And instead of we resolving it, it will escalate and then it might result into divorce. You don't want that. You don't want that at all. All right. So thank you very much, everybody, for showing up on my show today. I'll see you guys later. By the grace of God. Have a beautiful day. Bye. Let me turn this off, before it will disappear. I don't want it to disappear. And let it go to subscribers only. That's it. For you guys who are on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, thank you very much for attending. I really appreciate you. And please, if I'm a fake pastor, please tell me. If all these things I'm teaching you is actually against the will of God, please tell me. But one thing I know, I'm teaching you guys the truth. If you can embrace it, it will work for you. You will love it. You will see the result. You will see the result of it if you can embrace it. All right. God bless you and have a beautiful day. Thanks.